Hello and welcome to the Crafty Historian, episode 7. You may be able to tell already that I still don't have my laptop back, so this could be pretty poor, but anything I mention I will link below. It just won't be listed on screen as usual. So, today is the 3rd of February. I am keeping up to my schedule of filming every other Friday, which is good. So what I wanted, and hopefully, fingers crossed, we can actually get some stuff done. Anyway, my name is Rachel. I am a second year history student at the University of York. And this is my podcast where I share my knitting and crafting and sometimes a little bit of history. There won't be today because I'm feeling a bit iffy. Yeah. But if you want to find me anywhere on Instagram, I am Ravenclaw Rachel. On Ravelry, I am Rachel Ravenclaw. And my Etsy shop is McGlone's McLovelies. And in there I sell handmade felt hearts and watercolour prints. I meant to be listing some button earrings. Just, you know, little things to make your life a little bit more crafty. So I think without further ado, I should just jump in. So we're going to start with finished objects. I've finished my Weasley hat. So this is based on the Weasley ski cap pattern it's on Ravelry and links to a live journal. And it's based on the Weasley twins hats that they wear in Prisoner of Azkaban and Goblet of Fire. It's got some really good colourwork details, and this zigzag I duplicate stitched on. You can see it's a bit baggy, but it is warm. It's made out of just some acrylic I had in my stash, but it's really soft and it is warm. What I did was I folded this flap up and I've stitched it down, so that's encased all of the colour work on the inside. So instead of all this, which would probably get caught on my hair, on my glasses, on my earrings, things like that, this is nice and smooth and it's not going to get caught when I put it on. I'm really happy with it. It's been perfect for my 9 a.m.s when I have to leave the house and it's freezing. We had some snow in New York. Yeah, this has been great to pair with my Ravenclaw scarf. Sorry, my flatmate is playing a game. But it's just been really nice to just throw on, and I feel sort of geeky nerdy without being in your face. I've yet to have anybody recognise it. That would be the dream. Even my best friend, the Quidditch captain, didn't recognise it was the Weasley twins hat, so I'm losing hope and faith in humanity right now. So yeah, first finished object, my Weasley hat. My second finished object are my street art socks. So this is my vanilla sock pattern in the street art colourway by Stranded Dyeworks, run by amazing Amy, and I love these. I really, really love these. They are so soft and silky. These colours are just stunning. I knit the leg a bit too long because I was just enjoying it too much, and I'm not quite ready for afterthought heels. But I am so happy with these. They are amazing. I love them. Absolutely stunning. I mean, look at those colours. So these are knitted on 56 stitches on 2.75mm needles, and I've got 1x1 twisted rib cuff. I find that sticks to my leg most. Then just knit down. I've got a wrap and turn heel, and this sort of toe. It's sort of a smooth wedge toe. Nice. And I think I found my vanilla sock pattern now, obviously with a shorter leg, but I love these. I'm so happy with them, and I can't wait to wear them now. I also had 3 other finished objects. I made 3 Cecilia cowls for friends, but they've all been posted off now. I made one for my friend Zoe, one for my god sister Emma, and one for a friend to give to his girlfriend for Valentine's Day. And they were all so really easy to knit up. They were quick, they were simple, and they were beautiful colours. I let them each choose their own colours, and they were just stunning. I think John's girlfriend's was my favourite, but I didn't get around to taking a picture. It was this gorgeous purple with flecks of green and lilac. Oh, it was stunning. So I have those done. The next one up is for my friend Vicky. She wanted a sort of herby green one, so that will be my next one. I need to cast that on. And then I've got one for my friend Sarah. She wants one pretty much like my Cecilia cowl, which I shared 2 episodes ago, I think. So then I will have made 6 or 7 Cecilia cowls. They are so easy, especially as Amy, the same lady who does Stranded Dyeworks, on her Stranded podcast, is running a cowl. So you knit along cowls. So that's sort of my motivation to get these all knitted up, so I can enter into that. So they're future whips, but we should probably look at what I've got going right now. I've got a few things on the needles. Nothing's really very serious. I've done a couple of squares to my Cozy Memories blanket. I just added this one to the main block. So now it looks like that. And then I started on my next section because I want it to have 2 different sections, but so there are 4 quadrants, but each opposite quadrant is the same. So I started on my second quadrant, and this is Nora George's Kingsley's shacklebolt. Wrong side, here you go. And it's stunning. I love it. These teals and purples and pinks. My voice is going a little bit today, in case you hadn't noticed. But there's the start of that one. And you know how a Cozy Memories blanket works. I think, if I remember correctly, which I don't always, that's going to line up. Hang on. Like that. really bad to show, but hopefully I'll get some of those knitted up in the next 2 weeks too. I started a hat, but for my friend Beth. She wanted a bobble hat, as you can see. Not a lot done. She just wants a 2x2 rib hat with a pom-pom. Simple enough, I just need to get round to actually sitting down and doing it. I believe I've got 108 stitches. This is on 3.75mm needles. And again, it's just another DK acrylic. I think this one's the same one that I knitted my friend Emma's Weasley jumper out of. So I like working with this yarn. It's a good quality acrylic. And it's hopefully going to knit up rather nicely. And hopefully quickly too. My third work in progress requires me to bring on a little co-host. So bear with. I meet Jayne. Yes, I'm 21 and I have a Build-A-Bear. Jayne is named after my favourite Star Trek captain, Captain Catherine Janeway. So it's incorporating the Y of Catherine into Jayne, so it's spelled Jayne. And as you can see, she at the moment is sporting her lovely Star Trek uniform, because Catherine Janeway was a scientist first before she was a captain. So Jayne at the moment has a very limited wardrobe. She has this as her Star Trek uniform, and yeah, I'm going there. Her Merida from Brave dress. None of which are particularly normal. So of course, what do I think is a bit more normal? I'm knitting my Bear a Weasley jumper. I'm knitting it out of, again, another acrylic. I'm not going to spend money on wool for a bear. This is 4-ply. Really cheap, but so soft. It's this sort of dusky pink. It's blowing out something awful at the moment. Yeah, I'm holding it double. At the moment, this is a sleeve, and I am using, oh, it's on the floor. I'm using a basic jumper pattern. It's free on Ravelry. It's got a pumpkin on it, but I'm not putting a pumpkin on it. I'm putting a J on it. So I made a few modifications. It said to knit 22 stocking stitch rows until I cast off for the start of arm shaping, but I only stocking stitched 16 just so it would fit her better. But this is going so fast. I have a back, one sleeve, and the second sleeve at the moment. So I only started this on about Tuesday. It's Friday. So satisfying, so quick. And then, you know, knitting for a bear. I mean, how old do I have to be? No one knows. We're just gonna pretend that no one cares. But she is my friend. And she's really comfortable to sleep on. And I'm really enjoying it. So please don't judge me too much that I am knitting for my bear. Look how cute that little sleeve is. Look at that! Eek. So yes, I'm insane, clinically, as you can tell. My last thing for knitting, because I've only just cast off these, I obviously need another pair of socks on the needles. I will be casting on this yarn. This is Kingsley Zigzag, and to me it looks like ice cream. So these are going to be Florian Fortescue socks for the Harry Potter cowl run by Katie of Inside 23 podcast, and these are actually not for me. These are going to be for my friend Grace, but thankfully her feet are exactly the same size as mine. Yes. So yes, that's my future knitting, and because it's slightly bigger than a cake, it's living inside my bunting bag. I really like this bag now. I love both my bags. Well, I've got three, the other one's holding minis. They're so cute. And finally, it's not knitting, but it's yarn. I taught myself to crochet. Oh my goodness, I've been trying to teach myself to crochet since I was about... Well, I learnt to knit when I was 15. So probably just after that. I must have been 16 or so, and I just couldn't get it. But you know, the beauties of YouTube. I taught myself how to crochet. It's folding up something stupid because it's getting confused. The start of the row is here. So, you know. But I am using the leftover bulky, super bulky, whatever it is, chunky, super chunky yarn that I have after knitting the snoods. I didn't have any of the purple left over from John's girlfriends, unfortunately. So sad. But this middle is left over from Zoe's, and this outside one with the orange flecks is from Emma's. So yeah, I'm slowly getting the hang of it. I'm using a 10mm crochet hook. It was very cheap. I got it from a local yarn shop which was closing down for about 80p. But it's sad because I won't have that yarn shop anymore. I still have knit and stitch, but no more ramshambles. So sad. So that's that. And yeah, in my wish list we'll cover some more of that, because it is very mindless, and once I figure out that I've got to hold the wool in my left hand, not my right hand, it changed the game completely. So that was all my yarny goodness for this week, but I've actually done some scrapbooking. Oh, it's been so long since I've done some proper scrapbooking. But I've finally done week 1 of the spring term. I haven't done any of the annotation yet, and I've kept it quite simple. But as you can see, here is my Weasley hat when it was started. I made soup. Got some washi tape, some star stickers. This bacon sandwich was amazing. I mean, oh goodness. These are my swing people, my swing dance friends. There's Chunky Doo, I knitted him. Yeah. Sort of easing my way back into it. Yeah, that was the dusting of snow that we got. It's not great, is it? And then on the back, this is going to be my front page. And all I've got at the moment is this postcard. I'm going to kill that flatmate at one point this year. I've just got this postcard that says Once Upon a Time from Paper Chase, and I just thought that was beautiful. So, getting back into that. Woo! No sewing this week. Or over 2 weeks really. I've been doing a few watercolour things for my watercolour cards, but they have mainly been posted off or personalised. So I personalised one for Amy of the Stranded podcast, and I'm really happy with it. I even got her glasses in. I was really happy with how her glasses turned out. So yeah, that's that. On my wish list, as I was hinting to, bulky, super bulky scraps. I don't want to like specifically get a ball of wool, because I want this to be a sort of scrappy blanket, and then I want to give it to charity, because can you imagine how warm that's going to be? I mentioned before the charity Knit for Nout. I accidentally left my blanket project at home. East Yorkshire is one of the poorest areas in the country, and I would just like to support the people around this region. I mean, I'm in North Yorkshire, but it's not that far away, and yeah, I get cold at the moment. I can't imagine what it would be like if you couldn't get a blanket, and it's heartbreaking. It really is. So I'm doing my bit. I might trawl some charity shops to see what they've got, because sometimes they have donated little scraps. So yes, that's all for that today. I went through my yarn and I've put tags on things for what I want them to be. Bear with, I can just probably reach down and collect some. Oh. For example, these are my Nora George history, so I've tied them together with some string, and I'm going to be calling them my Hogwarts A History Socks, Hermione's Everyday Sock, Nora George History Yarn. So if I finish a project, so if I finish Grace's socks, I can pick up these, and down there I've got things like my purple zigzag, I bought some drops fireball before Christmas in a sort of really good burgundy colour. Oh yeah, yarn acquisitions. I went home last weekend. My mum bought me a skein. Well, not a skein, a ball. It's Kingsley Drifter, super soft double knit, and I want to give a pair of spree socks a go. This content is 25% cotton, 6% wool, 69% acrylic, so it's not great, but the colours are amazing. Woo! But I didn't buy that, my mummy gifted it to me. And speaking of gifts, this is probably going to be my final segment today. I got a very lovely parcel from Nikki of the Tea and Possibility podcast. She and I have been matched up for her best year ever cowl as pen pals, and we decided to kick it off with a book and mini skein swap. So I sent her a book and some mini skeins, and she sent me back these lovely goodies. The book is not one I've heard of before. It's by A.S.Byatt. It's called Possession. I love the butterflies though. And the blurb says, Possession is an exhilarating novel of wit and romance, at once a literary detective novel and a captivating love story. It is the tale of a pair of young scholars investigating the lives of two Victorian poets. Following a trail of letters, journals and poems, they uncover a web of passion, deceit and tragedy, and their quest becomes a battle against time. Sounds interesting. It's probably something I'll have to wait for the holidays to really dig into. At the moment I am rereading Harry Potter. I am on Prisoner of Azkaban, and you are currently sat on the Goblet of Fire because I brought that up last weekend. So they're easing me back in, and then what did I bring with me else? Sorry, my books are down beside my bed down there. Oh, I've got Mary Beard's SPQR, that's going to be heavy hitting. But I've got some nice light reads. And then she sent me 4 little minis. Oh, and this gorgeous card. Look at that fairy. Isn't she beautiful? I love them. So mystical. I love a good note card. Love them. I cannot get enough of cards and note cards. They're my jam. So, the mini skeins she sent me. Got this lovely sort of, oh, this is really blowing out now. The light is fading rapidly. That's a bit better. It's orangey, yellow and brown. It reminds me of like a real soft sunrise. So there's that one. I've got this sort of dusky rosy pink one. And that's soft, that is really soft. So there's that. And then these two I think were from her advent calendar, but I love the colours. This is pinky purple and blue, and this is purple, blue and yellow. Possibly some of my favourite colour combinations right there. Yay! As I said, now I'm not going to put history into this episode because I've got no laptop. This is going to be uploaded straight from my phone to YouTube, and it will probably struggle because of the length if I add history in. Plus I've been going through a pretty rough patch with my history where I feel I'm underperforming, so I don't want to try and explain something if I am personally feeling like I'm not understanding it. I don't want to give you false information. I love that Jayne's head is just popping up there. Good evening, Mr. Bond. So, yes, sorry if you normally look forward to that section, but I would prefer to be in a better state of my own mental health in relation to my subject before I've fully invested into giving you another peek into what academic history is like, or possibly even my topics, my weeks. It's not even like my weeks have been different topics each week. We've just been looking into different representations of Charlemagne and culture in my Charlemagne, funnily enough, module, so pretty much the same as I was talking about last time. And in my Italy, we've done about 3 weeks of popes. And I mean, oh my goodness, I've done popes to death. So many popes. But next week, or this week even, I'm preparing for a presentation for my Italy one on the medieval Italian town structure and countryside and things, so more political infrastructure sort of things. So that, because I'm doing a presentation on it, I need to definitely get some good reading in there. And hopefully I'll understand it and I'll be able to talk to you about it. So, thank you if you've come and spent some time with me. It means a lot to me. If you want to have a chat, leave me a comment, subscribe or like this video. Go and add me on Instagram or Ravelry. And if you're feeling really kind, I could really do with just some positive thinking, please. My accommodation fees came out on Monday. I am still paying for my laptop to be repaired. I could just use some, I don't want to think about normal stuff, just talk to me about anything else, please. Anything else. pretty please. So yes, thank you so much for being here, and I hope you have a lovely start of February. Bye.